All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Let me welcome all Biafrans that are watching. Biafrans make it possible. All Biafrans, both home and abroad, you are all welcome. We are all in this together. The government of Biafra is for the people. It's the government of the people. It's not my government, your government, or anyone else. It's the government of all of us. Fellow Biafrans, thanks for this opportunity given to me. It's not by my power, or not the power of the media team, or not by the power of the Biafra Republic government in exile. It is by the power of the people. Without the people, there is no government. And who formed the government is the people. And I must send my special appreciation and thanks to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who made it all possible to let the people know what their right is all about, to let the people know why the government is supposed to be the government of the people, by the people. And our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, I call him my boss because I follow him. I know what he stands for. And that's the reason why I'm solemnly behind him. Thank you all for having me, the media team. Without you guys, the people of Biafrans, they will not be able to get message to know what's going on across Biafra land, especially now that we are in a war which the Nigerian terrorist government already acknowledged, and they are shouting, we are killing them. No, we are not killing them yet. We will deal with them. They won't. And I must use the opportunity to extend my greeting to all Biafran members of the cabinet, the reps and the admin. Thank you all for what you are doing. Stay strong. We are all in this together. Thank you.
Thank you. You are welcome, my honorable minister. Minister for Finance. In this Biafra restoration right now, I don't know. I thought in this Biafra restoration is to go into the battle with Nigeria and get our independence or freedom. What is the need of finance this time? Do we really need finance?
We all live in a world that without finance, you can't even afford to eat. Without finance, you can't have roof over your head. So if we don't need finance, I don't know what else we need. We need finance more than any other country in the world. When we look at what's going on between Russia and Ukraine, we need finance even more than Russia or Ukraine. The war between Israel and Hamas and all the process of Iran, all combined, we need finance more than all these countries I just mentioned. Because without finance, how are we going to fund our liberation army? And for the world, I believe by now they already know that we, the Biafran people, have an army. And an army cannot go to war without the logistic, the necessary equipment they need to win the battle. For that reason, the question is that we need finance. Just for example, how will you propel or move the vehicle? You need to fuel it, you need to put gas on it before that vehicle can be driven to anywhere. Just like, again, human being, without the blood that flows in our vein, we can't exist. The blood represent the finance as well. That's what keeps us alive. To keep the Biafran struggle alive and for us to achieve our dream. By disciplining the Janjaweed terrorist Nigerian government and all the elements that are supporting an evil, dead empire, just like the way the dead man walking drug dealer called Tinubu, Nigerian president, was disgracing South Africa, that the president of South Africa has not been, because they know that Nigeria is dead. So we need finance to defeat them. Then we must completely turn us from who we are to something else. We will not let that happen. So for that reason, we have to defend ourselves. And only how to do that is to get, like in the diaspora that we live on, we know what database is all about. That's how we can know those that are in Biafra land when Biafra come. How many, the number of people we have. We can track everyone. If someone commits crime, we'll be able to know how to handle that. And when you come to the database department, everything we are talking about boils to finance. We need Biafrans to step up and fund what we are doing now to make it easier for the department, whatever they need, so we'll be able to provide it for them. Everything points. There's this idea that said, whenever you see little child or little kid pointing hand somewhere, either the mother is there, the father is there, or there's something going on there. So everything we're doing in restoration of Biafra requires money. Everything points back to money. If Biafra step up and fund this movement the way it should be, the database department will get the most secure data in the world, whereby if somebody from Niger comes to Biafra land, we'll be able to identify who is who. If a criminal commits a crime in one state and they relocate to the next state, we'll be able to figure out that in the failed country that we are fighting to exit from, which we already exit from spiritually, what we are doing now is liberating. When we have a secure data system, we'll be able to monitor everything that happens in Biafra land. The country that we are exiting from right now, if something happened in Lagos, greatest, if not the greatest, one of the greatest country in the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That means database is so much important that we need it
to require money to make everything go and flow the way it should be. So Biafra people, money is required in all departments, in all sectors of the government. In everything we do, we need money. In any department, there's no department that is exempt from this. So we need money to be able to carry on activities that is needed to restore Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you.
We know our territory. We know the land that belongs to us. Biafrans have never invaded anyone's privacy or anyone's land. Where belong to us, belong to us. The money that the Biafran people are contributing or giving is to secure our territory, is to chase our enemy out of our land. And if you are a Biafran listening to me, we have a new sheriff in town, a new sheriff that is doing the needful, a new sheriff that is doing what the Biafran people want, a new sheriff that be for Biafran people. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is the new sheriff in town. Our Prime Minister made it clear last week during his town hall meeting in Netherlands. He said, I think or thought about it throughout during the week. It made my day, it made me laugh. He said, he will be the one to finish this, that he's not going to go halfway and turn back. Yes, that is assurance that Biafran people want to hear, that he will lead us to the finish line. And we, the Biafran people, will support him, make sure that he succeeds. The money that the Biafran people are giving is to support the Biafran liberation. I personally, one of the new sheriff in town, I have give thousands and hundreds. Hopefully Musa is even listening or watching. He's looking for those that are giving. I have been giving. The former old sheriff in town, in the time of Nenaya, Anya, and Co., instead of giving, what they do, they collect. Yes, they collect, but in our own time, we are giving because we want results. And for the past 1.5 years to 2 years, Biafran people, you all can see result of the money that you have been contributing every Saturday, every day. You can see the result. Biafran form a government. Biafran have liaison offices all over the world. As I'm speaking, I'm in the liaison office in the United States, Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland is in the territory, is in the Washington territory. Washington territory comprises of 3 states. We call it DMV. DC, Maryland, and Virginia. It's in the territory of the capital. So where I am is in the capital of USA, which we have our office. These are all part of what we have achieved. We have offices all over the world. And this is money that the Biafran people have been contributing. And as we are moving forward, we are seeing the results. And the Biafran government moved from agitating to liberation. Fellow Biafrans, the money that you have been contributing have catapulted us or move us, prepare us, elevate us higher, that we now form an army. We don't agitate any longer. We don't carry our flag from embassy to embassy shouting anymore. What we do now is that we form our liberation army. We are trying to make sure that we hold the bull by its horn. We'll make sure we cripple Nigeria. We'll make sure we chase Nigeria out of our territory. The money that the Biafran people are contributing is showing results. I believe Biafrans, millions of Biafrans have seen a lot of video of our liberation army. That is the result of what we are doing. Last year, we traveled to Finland. To do what? We all know where we are in Finland. We traveled to Finland, a convention of how we are going to redeclare or conduct our referendum, which after the meeting in Finland, he yielded positive results. And we are planning this year again for redeclaration, which will be December. And that will happen in a historical country, a place called Finland again. So the money that the Biafran people are contributing, Biafrans all over the world can be witness that the result is showing. It's not like those that we left behind. It's not like the sabos that have been piloting it for some time. The new sheriff in town, in the person of His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa, we are working with the promise that he promised us, that he will never disappoint us, that he will be the one to finish it. You cannot have 2 sheriffs at the same time. You cannot have 2 captains at the same time. If not, the boat, the ship, or whatever will crash. So we have 1 captain that we are going with his promise that he will make it happen. And he just reassured us during the town hall meeting in Netherlands that they will finish it. So the news to my Biafran people today is that our leader made us a promise that he will finish it. Let us all come out and support financially and do whatever that we need to do to make sure that we actualize this dream. Thank you. Those in Biafra land, whenever you picture what's going on over there, the first world, they refer Africa to a third world. Africa is not a third world. Africa, as far as I'm concerned, is probably fifth or sixth world, especially in Biafra land. Nothing is working. No good school. No good road. Just the way the terrorist government of Nigeria are recruiting the young kids that they want to send to war to fight the Biafran army. They are not planning how to create jobs. The idiotic government don't have the capacity what it takes to create jobs. They don't create jobs. All they know is what we said to backwardness. The Nigeria of 50 years ago is worse than 50 years ago. If you picture the look, how it is 50 years ago, it's actually better than how it looks now. A country that don't have security, a country that killed its own people, a country that nothing is working. When I look back after the resources I have put there, I'm throwing people in the university. When they graduate, they can't find a job. They still call for help. A country that you cannot depend on the government to secure you. Nnamdi Kanu is still fighting for us. That's the reason why the Nigerian government kidnapped him from Kenya at first. Because they know what he stands for. Because they know he stands to liberate Biafran people. And black race in extension. Now God is still using our Prime Minister, which we are disciples of our Prime Minister because he is the head of our ministers. And we are following him. Yes, for that reason, when I look the history, how we get here, and what is still unfolding, I have no any other option than to dig my hand in my pocket, in my resources, in what I have acquired, to say no, to say, God, here I am. You can use me as well. You put my name among those that answer the call. If I can do nothing else, if it is the money that I can afford to support, Chukwu Kabiama, here I am, use me as well. That's how I fall in line to be used to do the needful to save Biafran people. And if you are listening to me today, remember that the money that you are giving is not in vain. Your generation will reap what you sow. Your generation will be blessed when the blessing of your generation, when your generation are reaping what you sow. Those that did not participate, we ask, why are your offering doing better than their offering? Or why are your offering or your children doing better? They're not going to know that is because of the fruit, the seed that you sow by contributing to this great movement. The book, the Holy Book of God, made it clear that there's blessing in giving. There's blessing and there's a great reward. Mom, sorry if I take too much time on this, but they use the money to enrich themselves. They use that money to buy jets, houses, luxurious things uncountable. My Biafran people, why not use that money that God asked you to rescue humanity by paying tithe? Pay the tithe into the Biafran project. That money that you put in Biafran project is tax.